Welcome into the Monday Night Quarterback Week 4 Recap Edition. I'm here joined with my trusty co-host. We might just have to take the co off of that host moniker, call him the host. You should probably be leading this thing off the way that I've been dipping out, taking care of Gianna lately. But Mr. William Andrew, how are you, sir?
Oh, doing good. Like I said, just happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you, man. We'll get to
right here. Just happy to be here.
Yep. Unfortunately, I don't know. Are you either not into your pour, maybe far enough yet, maybe too far into your pour? Like what's the status over there?
I'm kind of lukewarm. We got the Great Lakes. Thank you for all the money they don't give us. Joe Thomas, looking beautiful. How about them Browns? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're better than I am. They're better than I am. That's all I can say.
Oh my goodness. And then of course, we've been on a good run here, and luckily we've had co-hosts joining us, special guests of the podcast, a returning gentleman, original founding member of the CFFL, Mr. Tsunami. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, gents. How are you guys doing? Good to be with you.
Happy to have you. It's an honor to have you here. We've enjoyed your insights. I thought last year you came super prepared, gave great takes. I know the people are ready for you this time as well. But before we jump into that, how was the off season? Let's get us caught up. What's going on? Any highlights?
Great off season. A lot of great trips. Watching the three granddaughters grow was fun. So yeah, we're enjoying it, man.
The people have been asking. They want to know: are you currently in Europe?
I am not. Okay. Unfortunately, I need to be. I'm ready to go because I'm 1-3 myself. Things aren't good.
No bueno. Okay, maybe that's what we need. Maybe the Europe trip, is what we're missing for the season for you, Andrew.
3 weeks. I'll be in Dublin, Ireland.
There you go. All right, you heard it here. All those people asking. Stand by. We'll see if we can get a win or two before then.
I'd like to have a couple bye weeks before that if I could, but I don't think I'm going to get that.
Well, we all know it's wheels up once we hit that, once you hit the Atlantic, it's
got to get on the other side of it, man.
It's a winning streak. Yeah. My goodness. Drew, do you think will we be able to drag you through this here evening, or are we going to, you're going to be all right over there? You're looking real melancholy.
I mean, yeah, we'll get there.
Okay. Great. Why don't we use that and that energy, the vibes that you got? Take us through the pick'ems. Catch us up on what's happening there. I'll pull it up on the old screen here. Let the people know what's going on.
Had a real chance for somebody to break away this week, but nobody did. We got a bunch of 8-5, 7-6, 6-7. So everybody's within 2 picks this week. It was that weird week. We knew it was coming. It took a little longer to get here than we anticipated. But, yeah, good job there, Mike and Tsunami, both at 8-5, Replacements Kings Club, all up there at 8-5-1 this week. We, of course, have to have a tie because, it just wouldn't be an NFL season if 2 teams played real hard and didn't kiss their sisters. Yeah, so kind of a boring week for the picks. Not a lot of action there. Nobody did real bad. Nobody did real good. Kind of in the middle. And as far as it goes for the season, myself, the Titans, the Renegades, 44 wins. Tsunami, 43. Club, 42. Regulators, 40. Coyotes, 39. Kings, 38. Placements, 36. Mike, flipping. You had a good week this week, comparatively.
Mm-hmm.
35 wins, Bandits at 34, and the Bushwhackers. Is he watching like XFL games? Is he getting?
I don't know. Maybe how they have the WNBA? Do they have the WNFL? Maybe that's what he's paying attention to.
Yeah. No, you know what it is? It's that lingerie football league. Does that still exist?
I don't know anything about that, Drew.
The Powder Puff League.
Yeah, if you've ever watched ESPN 8 at 2 a.m. Yeah, seen that lingerie football league. That's what Kurt's doing.
Spoken like a man with multiple children up late at night, just trying to find something sporting event to watch and maybe bet on.
That's right.
You know, Drew, I've been doing the same thing all year long, picking at the same clip. It just so happens you guys all fell down to my level this time. You know,
That's right.
so I don't know. Pops, Mr. Tsunami, how you feeling about your current standing? I know you're up at the top of the leaderboard there, just one game back. What are your thoughts?
Hey, I feel better about this than I do my team right now. So,
Man, I love.
At least there's a chance.
All right, I love the positive vibes coming out of both you guys. This is going to be great. Okay, Drew, what else we got?
Survivors. A little bit of action there. Detroit, that was a solid pick. We had 4 teams pick Detroit, Buffalo. Another good pick there by the Bandits and the Kings. New England, ballsy pick of the week. There it is.
I
New
agree.
England got the dub. Good job. And then the Coyotes and myself, hoping Denver can pull this out.
Can I petition? Can I
Yeah.
can I interrupt you and petition? You know, ballsy pick of the week, Drew. Not picking anybody. You know?
That's
Yeah.
Is that like he bet for a tie? Is that what happened there? And we got one. So does he move on?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
so the ballsy pick of the week, first of all, the first requirement for that title, you have to make a pick. I know, it's crazy.
Nuts.
It's crazy. The second requirement is it has to be kind of a long shot. And picking nobody, yeah, I guess it meets requirement too. Because if you pick nobody, you have a really long shot to win that week. But again, refer back to rule number 1, slingshots, aka bushwhackers. Got it done coming off the loss with the Houston pick. He needed a win. He went with New England. Interesting. And he got the win. So he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Blade running, I think, is a term you used to coin last year for those people with, you know, the one strike, but still not quite out of it yet. I think, Pops, normally we've had in the last couple of years, week 1, week 2, week 3, we've had, you know, a number of teams go out on the obvious pick. We just haven't had that yet this year. Do you see that coming, or do you think we're just going to kind of eke our way?
I think everybody's trying to play it safe this year as to what happened last year. They don't want to make the same mistakes, other than some people like the slingshots. You sure there's not a Tuesday night game maybe the regulators are waiting on?
You think Thursday next week? That could be it.
I don't know. That's pretty brazen, but yeah, so we're down
Let's
to
hop
6.
over. Yeah, we got to hop over to the
unscathed.
Lingerie Football League. I swear, maybe they have a Tuesday game, and that's what regulators are waiting on. Maybe that's why the slingshots took New England. Maybe those girls are having a good season. I don't know. I haven't watched that in like 8 years.
Love it.
Well, looking at this, there's 6 of us left that are unscathed, possibly, if Drew can hold on with Denver, which I think is looking pretty good.
And the Coyotes. Don't forget the Coyotes. No, they've missed one. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are only 6 of us left that have no strikes.
Denver, we should give the people the update. Currently, 8 seconds to go in the second quarter, up 21-3. Not over, but it's looking pretty positive so far. Also, we got a double feature, so it's just a lot to keep track of. We got a podcast we're doing here. We got, you know, Denver hosting the Cincinnati Bengals, who are just doing phenomenally poorly right now. And then the Jets making it a game against Miami, down in Miami in the heat. I missed a gruesome injury. Did either one of you guys catch that, Tyreek Hill?
I didn't see it, but
No.
uh-uh.
Drew, you missed it?
I missed it too. What happened?
Knee. Gruesome is the word I've heard a couple of times.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
probably not coming back, obviously, today, and maybe not for the rest of the season, which is unfortunate because I thought maybe that dude was going to get traded for a while. However, anybody planning ahead thinking that maybe he was going to get traded, who might have hypothetically Jalen Waddle on their team, you know, could be interested in taking a little step up to a number 1 receiver on a mediocre team. Speaking of mediocre teams, guys, do you want to get into these picks?
Let's do it.
In these recaps?
The water's fine.
All right, let's wade in. All right, we're gonna start with which billed as one of the better games of the week, and it has kind of lived up to the hype here. I tell you what, these Bandits, they're frisky. Not this week completely, as the replacement seems like they're going to cruise to that 3-1 title. Remember, I think Sky was falling after week 1, Drew. Now, you'll have to refresh my memory. I've been in and out of these podcasts on Monday night, but I think Sky was falling. 0-1 was the start, if I'm not mistaken. About to reel off 3 in a row. How should the vibes be in replacementville? Drew, let's start with you.
Yeah, he's looking good. 3-1. That kind of tells you everything you need to know there. So he's kind of rocking and rolling. Jonathan Taylor had a down week as far as touchdowns go, and Drake May out there just crushing it last few weeks. He started slow, and man, he's playing good football. He's playing pretty good football, which you figured that Vrabel would get him kind of where he needs him, which is that this is a perfect Vrabel quarterback stat line right here. Complete some passes, don't throw picks, get some touchdowns. You don't have to do too much. Let the defense take care of it. And I feel like Drake May is a good fit for that offense. So
I think so
if they
too.
could get a couple receivers over there, a couple skill guys that can, really kind of crush it. That could be a dangerous team.
You're not into the booty over there catching balls? He's not getting it done?
Yeah, I mean, he's all right, but
yeah,
Stephon Diggs is a little, past his prime. He's got all that, I don't know, baby mama drama or whatever the hell he's got going on. That's a mess.
Family show.
Yeah, it's a mess. So they need a good number one. Help Drake May out there in the passing attack, but yeah, replacements picked him up. What?
I think that might have been a draft.
Down.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm looking at a schedule. Buffalo, New Orleans, Tennessee, all coming up next before Cleveland. Opportunities to score some points there for sure. He's got Jahmyr Gibbs, his homeboy, number 2 pick overall, I think is where he was.
Yeah.
Who's really lighting it up so far this year. And finally, he got Drake London off the pine. Got his first touchdown of the year. I was watching bits and pieces of that game. It looked like he was shot out of a cannon. Caught a ton of passes, and got into the end zone, which is big. Trey McBride still, what has he scored once so far this year? But he puts up big yardage numbers. So I don't know, Pops, you got any different opinions, or if you're looking down at his bench, you got any other thoughts?
I would say, hey, Logan is a rock star when it comes to this fantasy football, but looking at this bench with buys soon upon us, I think there's some holes here on his bench. So when he starts losing some of these starters, I think he might have a problem. And just to update everybody, that game isn't over completely. I mean, I've seen Jamar Chase catch a couple touchdown passes in a short window of time. And it doesn't look good right now, but I'm just saying, if I were the replacements, I'd be still concerned tonight.
Okay. So he's got Jamar Chase, Breece Hall. Yeah, as we look over to the other, good little segue there, sir. You've been doing this once or twice. Appreciate that. We're looking over to the other side of things. Replacements are done. 12 points back with half to play in Cincinnati. And then Breece Hall, he's got 81 yards, 22 receiving. Not in the box yet, but 5 points overall. I don't know. Drew, you think? I know you love the percentages that RT Sports loves to give us here. 98-2. You think that's accurate?
No. Helen Killer could handicap these games better, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This is awful. It's so bad. I mean, anyway.
All right, Pops. Since Pops is pointing this out, I want to give us the what are the odds on replacements to hold on? What are the odds on Bandits to come back and win this thing?
Replacements at 81% right now. To
81%.
Drew, 81%, but
what side do you
go
taking in
south
that?
in a hurry?
Drew, what do you think? Side on that?
Yeah, I'll second 81. Yeah, I mean he's almost locked it down, but not quite. Jamar Chase, you never know. I mean, I'm looking at Browning stats here: 8 of 15 for 66 yards. So Jamar Chase has a quarter of those with 15. I mean, that's bad.
Not good.
That's awful. So, but nonetheless, Denver might fall into that lull of we have this game wrapped up. Jamar Chase gets a touchdown, maybe 2, and then crap. You never
Singing
know.
a different tune. But yeah, 80-20. I like that. How about, Bandits, Pops? They're going to 2-2, heading over to mediocrity on the bubble. We're looking at maybe toilet bowl run, maybe a playoff push. Where do you see this team going forward? Do you think he's got a shot for the upper echelon, or is he going to be, down there with some of the teams that haven't won a game or maybe won one game so far this year?
I'm looking at Tommy's team, and I do respect Tommy a lot. He's won this league before, but losing Joe Burrow's crippling. Now that also takes Jamar Chase out of play considerably. I've had the anchor known as Travis Kelce before. That's not pleasant. So he's definitely got a big quarterback problem going forward, and that's going to hurt big time. So I think he's in trouble. I think toilet bowl will be his goal.
Okay, toilet bowl goal. Drew, we've played matchmaker on episodes past of the teams who just finished competing off of the battlefield. General managers get together. Hey, both of our teams got holes. Can we put something together here on the fly? What kind of trade are you seeing between these two teams that can make each one of them maybe just a little bit better?
Well, with the replacements, again, adding a little depth, that could be a waiver wire pickup. You know what I mean? He could be a waiver wire pickup away from winning it all again. So I feel like you get that scab player that, whether it be like Tyreek Hill injury or something like that. He's a Devin Achane injury away, or a Kenneth Walker injury away, or J.K. Dobbins injury away. He's got all these backup running backs out here. Same with Jackson. He's got 4 backup running backs that are getting the football a little bit. 1 or 2 of those guys go down over the next 3 or 4 weeks, then, we might as well just hand him the money again because it's looking good for him. So if he can avoid injury out of the big guys he has. For the Bandits, he needs see, that's the problem with the stack. You stack Burrow and Chase, one of them goes down. Well, it hurts. It hurts both sides of that. But I don't hate the running backs. Judkins every week. The Browns score 7 points. Judkins has a touchdown. So you can't hate that. Breece Hall just not getting the end zone. He's gotten the yardage. Just not able to get the touchdowns right now. He's putting up points every week, just not big ones. He's got Pacheco, Adams. I don't know, man. That's tough. It's hard to get rid of any of these guys. I don't know if you can trade Jamar Chase right now. That might be something to try. Maybe Jordan Addison, like a 2-for-1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He needs some help, but he kind of needs that big name stud like he thought Jamar Chase would be, and
right.
It's hard to lure those off of anybody's team right now.
Yeah, I think the obvious move would be, all right, like Dak Prescott maybe could be enticing to the Bandits because with Joe Burrow going down, even though he's got the third quarterback on the bench in the emergency role, he's not getting too many snaps. He went 0-for-1, so not a great stat line there, 0 yards. But I just don't see anything coming back from the Bandits side of things. He doesn't have the depth that he needs to be able to make that happen. I don't know. We do get nuts, go Jamar Chase for Dak Prescott. I don't know that either one is really too excited about that. I agree with you, boys. I think Bandits, they're a little thin for sure. Losing the quarterback hurts bad. I think the replacement's obviously in a good spot. And he might I would recommend no move there, right? Like what you're saying, Drew, is kind of hold fast and let's kind of see how the next week or so plays out. Sounds like you might have
someone's hurt. He could be a drop if you needed one. If there's somebody on waivers, although he has 2 touchdowns this year, and I think it's a hamstring. So that could be interesting if we're talking Gabriel or Sanders. Somebody else might be throwing the football in Cleveland. So it's a tough one because none of these guys on his bench are really good starters, but at the same time, they could be.
How many picks did Joey Flacco have to last couple days ago? What was that? Yesterday, Sunday?
Just two.
Okay.
He's average.
modest too.
Pops,
This is average.
is he keeping his job
Yeah.
or is he out?
No. They have to decide. They have to play with these other kids, or they'll be drafting a quarterback in the first round yet again next year, which would make it, 17 first-round quarterbacks in the last 25 years?
It's impressive. It's quite a streak.
Yeah.
Quite a streak. All right. Speaking of streaks, sir, I don't know that the Super Bowl championships that have been coming over Tsunami's way as of late, doesn't look like that's happening this year. Should we talk positive in the regulators first, or should we talk Tsunami? And
Go regulators. Let's
go
go
regulators.
regulators
All
first. I mean, everybody scored double figures except his kicker, who usually scores like 15.
So an off day.
Yeah, I mean, that's balance. I mean, that's embarrassingly well balanced.
I think
I mean, what can you do? The gods are not smiling. When somebody scores 81 on you, what can you do?
I know. And he overshot at 77, but you're there. I don't mind, if you're going to lose, right? This is not a terrible way to lose. And you've put up 55 points yourself. You're no slouch this week. You would have beat both Drew and I, but wrong place, wrong time. But when you're in there, right? And you see, I can't remember the order of the games, but you see, Bijan with 14, DK Metcalf, he's got 12. Puka Nacua catches everything that's thrown, whether it's to him or whoever, 14 points, like just over and over and over again. Pretty soon you're like, you know what? This is it's a good apple picking day. Or maybe
it was like about 1:45. I got up, I was all excited. I saw, I'm watching the Steelers in Dublin because I'm going to be there in a couple weeks. So I'm watching the Steelers, and who do I see as some number 4 running 80 yards?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, DK Metcalf. And the good news is I played against him again in both leagues this week. Like 2 weeks ago, I went against Amon St. Brown, who got 23 against me in both leagues. So yeah, I watched Metcalf go for 80, and I said, okay, that's wonderful. Then I go meet friends for lunch, and I see Travis Etienne. I see some number 1 running down the sideline. I said, oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he went like 75 yards. So I said, oh, that's great.
He got resurrected just in time,
Yeah. We've all had him.
You had him. Was it last year you had him?
A couple years ago I had him, and I didn't get that.
Yeah.
This was last year. I had him 2 years ago.
Okay. Yeah. Drew, let's take a look at depths for the regulators. Obviously 81, we don't have too many holes to pick in that other than the fact that Chris Boswell 6 points. Like, what are we doing there? Come on, Chris.
Yeah.
Unimpressive.
He left points on the bench. That's, I think, the craziest part here, because Pickens without CeeDee Lamb, my number 1 wide receiver. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
8 for 134 and 2 tutties. I mean, come on,
now,
man.
Drew, are you like, all right, let's go back in time, right? And we're being objective here. Should Pickens have been in that lineup, or no? I don't see any space really for that.
No.
Not really. And not against Green Bay, which their defense, you're starting to – they start out really good, right? And then it's kind of funny because somebody on their team said something like, I think we can go undefeated. And then they lose to Cleveland and they tied Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
That defense in Green Bay looks like if you're playing them, just go ahead and let it rip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, suspect. So, I don't know. Go ahead, Pops. What do you got?
I've got to say this.
What's up?
Jalen Hurts and I have some kind of – we are not getting along too well lately.
Okay.
I mean, I get Saquon, and of course – and I knew this going in, that at the goal line or within the 5-yard line, it's going to be the Jalen Hurts show. But then he knows I'm playing Dallas Goedert, who, let's be honest, hasn't had 2 touchdowns in 2 years. And I watched him throw 2 shovel passes to him for like a total of 6 yards. That's when you know life is not – it's not your day.
It's not your day. No, definitely not your day. I don't know. It's weird. I was hesitant to pull the trigger on Saquon this year just because of the sheer volume and workload that he had last year. But in all the big drafts that I had, I wasn't up in those top 3-4 spots where that would have mattered for me. I know you were. Would you have picked 3?
4. I had the 4.
Okay. So yeah, he was the 4th guy left, right? But the fact that you ended up with Saquon and Achane, 2 really good backs, and Emeka Egbuka has been shot out of a cannon. I stand by what I said. I think you got a great team. I think Drew tried to throw water on me. earlier, but I think the team is good. I don't know why, and I know Patrick Mahomes scored 17 points. I don't know why you're afraid of Justin Fields. Is it
because
ugly?
I watch him, because I love him.
Yeah,
and I watch him, and I see that. I mean, he's thrown for 175 yards today, and I love the run game that he brings. But you can't count on him. I mean, it's
if
20 points one game to the next.
Well, if he stays healthy, 21, he's at 12. If he's healthy, he's scoring points, man. If that one is the game that he got hurt, and then the game after he sat out.
He does, but when you look at my team, I do like this team. I have too many weapons, and I'm going to mismanage them every step of the way.
Too many weapons. All right.
I'm going to probably sit Garrett Wilson next week because I'm upset at watching Fields not being able to hit him, and I'll put Marvin Harrison back in.
Let's check.
Watch the Smurf hold him down.
The Monday night quarterback does not endorse you sitting Garrett Wilson against Dallas next week. All right, the worst pass defense in the history of the NFL. I don't care who the quarterback is. I feel like he has to be played. Drew, do you agree?
I need to petition the league for 8 spots because I want to get Woody Marks in my lineup next week.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably a good idea as well.
Right now has the number 32 defense and the number 1 offense. That is Dallas.
Wow.
That is a recipe for anybody playing this. It reminds me of the Drew Brees Saints, where they scored like 33 points a game for the season, and they gave up like 31 and a half. Oh, it was fantasy gold. If you had any Saints, you beat them. If you played against the Saints, you just crammed them in the lineup. 4th place, or your 4th string running back, get them in the lineup. They're playing the Saints. Do it. And that's kind of what.
Yeah, I love it. And Woody Marks is playing Baltimore, who defense is not looking too stringent up there either.
No, I'm starting to build a little depth there. I've got I do like Marks, I do like Harrison. Justin Fields is nice, so I have a 8, 9, and 10 guy down there.
Drew, I don't want to speak for you, but the Monday night quarterback wants to know why you're rostering continuously 3 quarterbacks.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, because it started out, Caleb Williams was an accident at the draft. Okay. Then I've tried to cut him 3 times. I had him in for the Woody Marks cut or the pickup, but I must have had somebody else before him and didn't get that other guy. And so Caleb Williams was a mistake to get, but Justin Fields is hurt all the time. There was nobody else to pick up because you see, I picked up a lot of dudes in the last couple of weeks.
You're making moves. Yeah, you're over on the west side of the Atlantic. You've got time on your hands. You're making moves. Drew, I feel like there's a trade here, right? He's got these 3 quarterbacks, all of whom are scoring points. I don't know. Do we need to strike while the iron's hot?
Caleb Williams is available for anybody listening. For all nine viewers.
That's right. Hey, it's climbing, I hear, too.
We might get to 12 or 13.
Regularly 10 as of the last couple of weeks.
Okay, we're going to get to 14 by next week.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson almost does catch. I think does catch a touchdown pass. So file that away.
I'm going to be in the 60s.
It's being reviewed, so stand by for that. But Drew, do we need to trade one of these quarterbacks?
I'd recommend it. But
you think he can?
I don't know. But I mean, I might need a quarterback, so yeah, maybe.
And we had the club. There's Fields up to 15. I mean, my goodness, stock is rising. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do not dislike the team. It's just, Brock Bowers, the tight end position. I can draft the greatest tight end in the history of the league in his prime, Gronk, and he wouldn't score. So I would like to petition that we do away with the tight end position and just you can draft them, but they're flex players.
I feel like I get on here every week and I can't be much more clear about how useless tight ends are.
I despise them.
Yeah, it's not the tight end itself; it's the fantasy relevance with the tight end, right? There is no predicting what the hell a tight end's going to do in the game. You can't do it. It's
nope.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I'm going to stand by for the
scored-
counterpoint on the next matchup, but okay, continue.
So let me just get this straight. I scored the second most points this week and lost by 19. Pleasant. That's
so far,
nice.
and
Yeah.
you still might score points. They got to score again to win this game. I'm going to watch the Jets win. All right, and then you got your, Justin Fields with 17 points on the bench. He got the two-point conversion. This dude's got to be played. I kind of want to trade for him. I got to find out.
I don't think I'll trade Justin. I want to stockpile all Buckeyes. I would pick up Jeremy Ruckert right now and get rid of Brock Bowers almost. That's where I'm at with this Brock Bowers situation.
All right.
And
Drew.
Cade Otton. I don't think Cade Otton's caught a pass all year.
Yeah, I don't know. He had a good year.
Oh, no, he got 3. Take
3.
it back. He got 3 for 9.
3 for 9. Drew, I'm concerned about Tsunami making a run. I think Tsunami is definitely a playoff, not toilet bowl team. It's just bad luck lately. You agree or disagree?
Yeah, I can agree with that. I like how he has the same odds to win as Big Daddy Candidates.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody gets a 2%. I think if some teams are done, they still have a 2% chance.
Yeah, 2% chance. I mean, so you're saying there's a chance. Checking back in, no movement. So maybe they were right. Maybe we had it wrong. Anything else you want to hit while you're here on the show?
Let's move on.
All right, Drew. I'm sorry, bud.
I think Gianna's calling me. I think she needs me.
She needs Uncle Drew.
Yeah.
Drew, where was all right? What was your confidence going into the matchup? All right, where was your confidence with like 10 minutes left to go in these games? Because I'll tell you where mine was. You go first.
0.
No, come on.
0. No.
When you were coming, how about when you were coming back within 2 points? Lamar Jackson's out. Your kicker's seemingly kicking field goals left and right. And who was it? Was the Boo playing as well? Or no, Trevor Lawrence was doing Trevor Lawrence things, getting all nuts, trying to compete and win that game. Parker Factor was pegged over here. I was definitely thinking I was losing that game.
Yeah, no, it was never in doubt. I'm not going to win a game this year. It doesn't matter what I do.
Drew, you will win. You play me eventually.
Are you
win one game? Hopefully, you're in the toilet bowl. Then I have a shot to win that damn thing. But yeah, no. I'm at the point where Jaden Daniels is the problem. Because if we go back in the archives here, I won a Super Bowl without Jaden Daniels because he was still playing college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I had Daniels last year, and on paper, you're like, ooh, that's a pretty good team, man. He should be competing. No, not competing. I wasn't competing for shit. Crap. Family show. Yeah, nothing. Competing for nothing. I couldn't win a freaking game last year if my life depended on it. And here we are again. So the best I can do is I can just take Jaden and I can just drop him right in my little do not draft bucket with all the Browns players and kickers before the last round. I can just drop him right in there.
I'm done. Yeah, you had like a great first date, and he scored a bunch of points and it was all exciting and it's like, ooh, this is cool. You know what I mean? But then like there's no substance to the relationship.
Well, last year when he took a knee to win his own game, instead of thinking about my fantasy team, which resulted in a tie because he was at 60 rushing yards. And when he took a knee, he went to 50 and I lost a point. When I was beating the Bushbackers by 1 and then we tied, that should have right there. I should have just dropped them. That should have been ding, ding, ding. Get rid of this.
Selfish.
Yeah. He's not a team player. I mean, not my team. He's playing for his team. Yeah.
Right. How about all right? So I'm looking at Pops. I'm looking at his roster. He's got depth over here, right? There are some guys like with Isaiah Likely coming back. They thought maybe he was going to play this week. It looks like probably definitely next week. Tony Pollard did get in the end zone last week. I mean, he's carrying the ball well. So against the right matchup, I feel like he's got to be in there. Drew, you were worried about your buddy Bill. Had the questionable tag going in. Looks like he played. Didn't get a ton of work, but did get some, put up some points. And then obviously CeeDee Lamb, he's hurt.
Yeah.
You love Skinny Batman. I feel like you have him every year too. I don't know. So and then Brian Thomas Jr., who's like, I don't know, should be a number one receiver, but he's not. I don't know what's going on there. I feel like this team should work. It's just not working. Pops, your thoughts?
Well, hey, you lose your number one. Was CeeDee Lamb your number one pick, Drew?
Yes.
Yeah, when you lose that, that's hard to overcome. I mean, too bad this isn't a keeper league, and like you could play for next year, and you could keep like two cats, because Hampton and Scattaboo could be nice keepers for next year.
The Boo had 27 touches. Sorry to interrupt you. 27 touches for the Boo.
Yeah. You got to love it. We do love the kid. He's a battering ram. He's fun to watch.
He's modern Mike Allstott.
He is, yeah. Peyton Hillis, maybe not quite as big as Hillis.
Scattaboo now is in a world of hurt because Malik Neighbors tore his ACL. So now, Jackson Dart they're going to force him to throw the football. They're not letting Scattaboo just beat you with the run game. You can't just pound it. They can try to pound him up the middle, and he was getting 1.5 a carry. And with Neighbors, and there was no down the field throw. There was nothing scary out there. So I'm right matchup maybe, but I mean Chargers have a good defense, but it kind of sucks because Giants' offensive line's kind of crappy too.
Yeah.
But did you see his backflip? That was kind of cool.
No, I didn't. Scattaboo did a backflip.
Backflip, landed it easy. It looks like he's done that definitely at least a couple of times. It was impressive.
Athletic young man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Hey, we got to say this. What a year for rookie running backs.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a ton of kids. You look across everybody's team. We've gone through 6 teams so far, and I've seen 5 rookies at least that are scoring points and becoming number one backs on their team. That's pretty impressive.
It is impressive.
Because this Hampton looks like a good back. Even though I don't like his coach, you want to be the running back on that guy's team.
Yeah. He does like to run the rock, for sure.
Yeah.
Drew, what were you going to say? We cut you off.
No, yeah, Hampton's he's an animal. And it was kind of drafting the player and the situation. I feel like it's a really good situation and a really good player. So you combine those things, it's kind of a no-brainer. Right. That's where Ashton Genty, he finally made some plays, got in the end zone, but the situation was a little less desirable. You know what I mean? So
well, remember who his offensive coordinator is. He was with the Buckeyes last year, and he's a wizard at the run game.
Chip Kelly.
That's a big factor. I really wanted Genty in the draft early, but I had the 4th pick. I didn't want to take him at 4, but I was hoping I'd get like 9 or 10, 8, 9 or 10. I wanted him because of that fit with his offense.
Mm-hmm. Pops, let's give Drew. Go ahead, Drew.
No, it's been a slow start for him. But yeah, Mike, you won.
Pops, let's give Drew some advice for next week. I think Jaden Daniels is going to be coming back. Are you making any other changes to the lineup?
Am I?
Drew.
Yeah, Mooney's got to come out. I had Thomas in there, which would have tied. So thank God I didn't do that. If I would have tied, I would have just. That'd have been more devastating just losing. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there's not much to do there until CD gets back. Just gotta.
What about Tony Pollard against Arizona? What about, is he getting a spot in the lineup or no? The team's too terrible.
Yeah, he's just not getting it done, man. I mean, tons of carries, yardage is decent. It's not getting in the end zone.
You keeping Trey Benson?
Yeah, so I've actually had a lot of inquiries over Trey Benson. And I haven't responded to one yet, so we might have to we'll have to look. We'll have to see what we want to do there.
Ooh, you got any hypotheticals allegedly, like, maybe this or that?
Yeah, there's I'll sell anything for the right price. So, we'll see.
All right.
You don't need
Sounds
to
good.
get me. You know what I mean?
Pops, other side of the coin, when there's a loser, we got a winner as well. Just so happens to be my team moving to 3-1. When you look at this squad, what do you see? You see.
Well, it's a good squad, but sometimes when you win, you lose at the same time. How bad is Lamar Jackson hurt?
Great question. There was some speculation about maybe they didn't throw him back out there. He could have gone because the game was out of hand, but I haven't heard that confirmed quite yet.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, because if he misses some time,
it's a problem.
Then that's a big hole.
Yeah. Geno Smith ain't getting it done.
Geno Smith isn't getting it done. Now, remember, boys, I do have Caleb Williams, who I despise, available.
Mm-hmm.
Send me any. You can have him. Either one of you can have him. First come, first serve. But hey, one thing about your lineup that I makes me sick every time I see it is you have a cheater on that team, and it's unacceptable. You have to cut Blake Corum. I cannot. When I look at your team, it makes me sick to my stomach to see a bona fide cheater on your team, and he will cause you problems down the road.
Okay, he's like a cancer in the locker room.
He's all that and more.
Okay, I'm worried.
Cheaters.
I'm worried that he might get the starting job at some point during this season.
Yeah,
and they see it. Hey, they say that cheaters never prosper, but that's not true. They win championships and then they don't get taken away. So,
well, that's a topic for another podcast.
Maybe it pays to cheat, Drew. I don't know.
Maybe he's just going to Tanya Harding Williams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think he might have done that already because I have Williams in another league, and I think he's kind of Tanya Harding himself. But look at that, a whopping 9 carries for 21 yards. That's the Blake Corum we know and love. When he doesn't know what the defense is in, that's who he is.
Yeah.
And what do you have? Is that reading it right? 2 receptions for -5 yards.
Yeah, he went backwards. Wrong way. It's like I'm coaching Stella's first grade soccer team, right? And every once in a while, one of the girls is going to go on a breakaway in the wrong direction. And, as a coach, you got to be like, turn around, other way. And then, just about face that thing and head in the other direction. Blake missed that coach, to tell him like, hey, turn around, go the other way, wrong direction.
Well, I'll get off my Michigan rant here in a second. But if you look around the NFL and you see all these kids from Michigan, can you name more than 3 that have become stars in the last 6 years that have come out of that cheating period other than Aiden Hutchinson? Is there anybody else these kids were drafted in like the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round? And give me some names. J.J. McCarthy is going to prove to be one of the most overrated draft mistakes in the Ryan Leaf period, in my opinion.
The Browns didn't take him.
That's a blessing. Normally we would. They might take Drew Aller next year, Drew. So we got that to look forward to.
Nico Collins, Aiden Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good call on Nico.
The 3rd one.
It was the 3rd one. They're so forgettable.
Yeah, I know. So that's what I'm saying. You see these Buckeye kids, all-star, 73 Buckeyes in NFL, and I think 42 are starters. And I can't say the same for the cheaters. But anyway, let's get back to Mike's team.
All good. Yeah. So, we got Rasheed Rice coming back week 7. That's not that far away. He's going to be a turbo smash once he gets back in to his own lineup. I'm putting him back in here. So a little depth piece. Will Shipley, they keep telling me he's going to be valuable at some point. He's not really valuable right now. So I don't know. I was excited about Kendre Miller. Okay. Some reports that maybe Alvin is going to get traded or moved or something will happen with Alvin. And then Kendre is the number 1 back in New Orleans. Not the team that's winning all the games, but they've been frisky lately. Their offense is moving the ball. And then Juwan Jennings in the right matchup. And like I said, the guy who has Jalen Waddle, maybe with the number 1 receiver in Miami. I don't know,
Looking at your team, Mike, I mean, if Lamar Jackson's healthy, you have a nice team because Tyler Warren, I thought, was a steal. I thought he was twice the player Colston Loveland was going to be, and I think I'm being proven right about that early. That was a steal. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he's getting, I don't know how many targets a game. This wasn't the best game for him, but how many targets?
13, 10, 6, 5.
Yeah, I don't know why that went down the last couple games. That's unusual because but he's been good. Christian McCaffrey, now that he's not on my team, he's got a shot to be good again. Henderson's got to get more time with the way those other two guys are fumbling. And I think they're bringing him along a little too slow, for my opinion. But yeah, I love the Tyler Warren pick.
I was excited about him too, and I just want to call back to a couple matchups ago when it was discussed that tight ends are irrelevant and they don't matter. Drew, that was the difference in the game. So I don't know.
Yeah, 2 points.
Yeah.
Well, Darnell Mooney didn't help Drew out.
So, well, I didn't. There's nobody else. I mean, Tyquan Thornton, I was supposed to play him.
Well, that's therein lies your problem, brother.
I was between Brian Thomas Jr. and Darnell Mooney, and I floated the idea of Devonta Smith, DJ Moore. I didn't know who to play. I had to play a receiver, so I said, you know what, Darnell Mooney. I had him last year. He had some good games. I figured it'd be a high scoring game. I was right on all accounts except for the part where he did anything in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a gamble there. I thought it was the right gamble with the final score, but didn't work out.
Yeah,
so
didn't work out. And that's at the end of the day, that's what we're doing. We're gambling. Here we are. Gambling on to the next matchup. We got the Players Club who got cursed, came on gracious with their time last week. Speaking of somebody who wants to trade somebody, Players Club going to 0-4. He's open for business. He made it clear last week. And Kirby Kings, on the other hand, stepping up to mediocrity, 2-2. Both teams putting up, solid point totals. Players Club still moving on this. Pops, you're a fellow founding member of the CFFL. Yeah, I don't know. Is this thing gonna turn around for him or no?
You know what? You look at his team and you go back to the draft. Everybody would have loved to have James Cook.
Yep.
Chase Brown in the 3rd round would have been ideal. Justin Jefferson, because of his quarterback, I was going to stay away from, but he's an amazing talent. He and Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix, so he's got four guys that can score points on there. His bench, ouch. Well, and look who do I see down there?
JJ.
The devil himself, JJ McCarthy. Yeah. Well, there's your problem, Jason. You got to get rid of that. That guy will take you to the bottom of the sea right there.
Drew, I think you said that when he was on here, didn't you?
No, not quite.
No?
No, not quite.
Okay. Maybe I'm one of the other podcasts I'm on. It's my bad, Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking phenomenal. There was talk about Matthew Golden, and I think he was even talking about putting Matthew Golden in the lineup. Like I said, I've been in and out, the last couple of podcasts here. So far, so good, by the way. Haven't received any text messages, and I don't have the monitor. So fingers crossed in that department. But I thought, maybe Golden was going to get into the lineup. Chris Godwin's back. But you're right. There's not a ton of depth down there. Drew, I feel like this roster is too good for 0-4, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Should be. Drew should.
Robinson is going to be the de facto number 1 now. Golden, he's supposed to be the number 1. I'll tell you, it's funny. Every time I've watched Romeo Doubs play football, I think he's the best receiver on that team. And then he'll go 4 weeks, 3 catches, nothing. And then he'll pop off for 102 touchdowns. And it's like, is it just inconsistency with him? I don't know what it is, because I feel like Dobbs is the most talented wide receiver they have.
He's
and
tough.
Then, you got Matthew Golden, who's, returning punts, and he's getting on the field. It's just not quite. He's made some big plays. He had a big catch in that game. So, just not getting in the end. We need people in the end zone. You know what I mean? In a PPR league, that's 10.8 points.
Right.
So 5 rush yards. So I mean, he has an 11-point day in PPR. This league, well, yeah, he's right where he needs to be on your bench. So you need touchdowns. So it doesn't seem like Golden's going to get in the end zone a ton this season. So that's tough. Terry McLaurin's hurt. The whole Washington thing, I thought they would be a good team this year. That's been a disaster, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, with guys like McCarthy or Blake Corum, I feel dirty with them on the roster. Just,
I can't have them.
but
I'd rather
I mean,
lose than have those guys.
you know what I mean?
So
Tom Brady, he deflated some footballs for a while, which I thought was way overblown. I thought that was kind of silly. And then, I mean, you got, Reggie Bush cheated. You had Pete Carroll cheated. So I mean, if we go down there, you can't have Jackson Smith and Ashton Genty on your team because Pete Carroll's coaching. I mean, everybody cheats.
Well, cheating, taking gifts to play is a whole different story than knowing the plays and knowing the defenses and knowing what the offense is going to do. It's a whole different cheating. I mean, Terrell Pryor sold his own merchandise or gave his merchandise away for tattoos. That had no effect on the field. Was it against the rule? Yeah, then, but not now. But it's a whole different story. Hey, it's like playing poker, Drew, and I know all your cards. What are my chances? They've improved a little bit.
I'm not disagreeing with you on the cheating thing. I'm just saying that there's been cheating for a long time, and so having JJ McCarthy on the roster, again, it just feels dirty to me. But at the same time, I'm not quite yet convinced that JJ McCarthy will be a Browns quarterback. Let's put it that way, right? But that being said, as well, Minnesota with their coaching staff, if you can't perform well there, you really don't have a shot in the NFL. Because
exactly, I agree with that.
So
that's a great quarterback spot.
He better pick it up and start playing football, or else, well, not only will he be from the school up north, but he'll just suck at football too. So.
right, double whammy, not great. Turning things over to the Kirby Kings. Outside of two players, guys, his starting lineup does not scare me at all. I was looking through his bench a little bit, but he's got Josh Allen, who obviously stays healthy 100% of the time and scores every fantasy point that's possible. And then now Ashton Genty, now that he's heated up a little bit, point total 7-2-3, bounced way up to 23, playing Indianapolis and Indiana Jones next week. Outside of those two guys, though, I'm not seeing much of anything that really scares me on this team. Tyler Algier has done a couple of things so far this year, but not a consistent play that you're going to feel super confident about. 1-9-0-8 point totals. And then I know Khalil Shakir did catch a touchdown this week. It's 2 in a row, but the weeks before that, 3-0. I don't know. Am I missing something, Pops, on this team?
Or not at all. I think there's. Yeah, I mean, Josh Allen's a great eraser, but if Genty doesn't go off like he did, he loses the game, I believe. Genty scores a typical 10. It's anybody's game, but yeah, AJ Brown's been a real enigma. What's going on with him in Philly? I heard he wants out of there now. He's asking to be traded. He is unhappy. So that situation, hey, Jalen Hurts, man. He's a phenomenal player at what he does, but man, he just sucks the air out of everybody around him as far as fantasy goes. I mean, he wins the Super Bowl, all that. You want him on your team, but as a fantasy owner, if you don't have him and you have the surrounding cast, it's a problem.
Drew, another selfish player,
That's right.
If we go down that road, I find it interesting. When you look at the Chiefs and their offense the last 2 years, 3 years, you look at the Eagles the last 2 years on offense. They're two of the best teams in the NFL. And outside of decent quarterback play week to week, there's not a whole lot else there. They don't outscore everybody by tons of points, You see Buffalo going out there and they're just, stomping mud holes, putting up 50 and stuff like that. And then
love a good mud hole.
They get beat by the Chiefs. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I think the league is a copycat league. And so what I think we see are a lot of teams trying to figure out how to play defense better and try to do the kind of what the Eagles and the Chiefs are doing. That culture there is a winning culture. And honestly, if AJ Brown wants out, you almost got to give it to him because that's what's going to bring the team down is that kind of attitude. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And he looks like he just doesn't want to play football there. I mean, he's just not
Yeah.
trying.
Remember last year reading the book on the sideline
Yeah. He's
on the Super Bowl campaign, might I add? It's just, yeah. No, I know. I mean, you want rings or do you want stats and all the things that come with stats, you know? And now that he's got the ring, maybe now that, you know, he's checked that box, he's okay for greener pastures.
You don't get the stats, you don't get paid, and if you don't get paid, then some guys say, "Why play?" So,
Right.
you know, rather have the rings on the mantle, but you know, either way.
You and I would, yeah. I mean, you know, I'd rather you want to win. I mean, that's why you're playing the game is to win. You know, if you're playing well enough and you're doing well enough and your team's winning games, you're gonna, you know, endorsement deals. There's other ways for you to make money outside of football, besides, you know, what you're getting paid to do on the field. But you know, hey, short-sighted, perhaps. You know, the millionaire over there. Moving on to short-sighted, you know, slingshots. I know he came on last year talking about being reformed. He's going to make changes. You know, I'm looking at his pick'em number. I'm not super excited about that. Obviously, he's pulling up the rear there. He's got one loss so far in the eliminator, if I'm not mistaken, and then the team. You know, this week we're moving to 2-2, mediocrity. We're going to get to the founding member who has yet to win a Super Bowl, moving to 4-0. But let's table that for 1 second. Drew, talk to us about your buddy, the do not draft Kurt Busch slingshots, and about, like, you know, where are we going next week? What are some moves that this guy needs to make? Is there cause for optimism in the team, or, you know, are we just throwing water on the old slingshot over there?
No, it just feels like he kind of has a bunch of players that are kind of holds. He could try to trade. Really, he could take some of his depth, maybe on his bench, like Diggs and Sutton or Pittman. Maybe Keon Coleman, or, you know, I feel like he needs to wrap up a few players, probably Diggs and Sutton, and try to ship them off for a big name guy. He needs that punch in the lineup. He just doesn't have that one guy that's just kind of crushing it this year. Walker is going to be up and down with Charbonnet there. Dobbins, I mean, he's just when's he go on IR? It's got to be next week. You know,
Game's still going on.
Yeah, he's got 32 seconds to tear an ACL here, or that's third quarter. He's got 16, almost 16 minutes to, you know, ruin this season. So yeah, you got to figure that's coming crashing down. So I would look at try to make a splash, wrap 2 or 3 guys up and try to get a big guy like Monra, or I don't know, somebody. Even Javonte Williams maybe could help the team. He's scoring a lot of touchdowns right now. He needs a more consistent player. He has a lot of talent. It's just not consistent this year. And then Andrews with Lamar Jackson. Well, I mean, he's about useless. So
yeah, he's an interesting cat, Andrews. You know, pops up for 2 touchdowns last week. Obviously, you know, the big drop in the playoffs last year, kind of a cloud hanging over his head, and then everybody's talking about, yeah, he's a big part of the offense, still going to be a guy, but yet, you know, we've still got Likely, who's supposed to return next week. So I don't know, man. It's just interesting. Maybe he's past his prime, or maybe he's just the tight end position, like you keep talking about. You know, not every week fixture, like our guy over there in Indiana, who does get the rock on the regular basis. But
I think too, in some of the tight end analysis, we got to look at who's running 11 personnel and who's running 12 personnel on consistency, because I think the Ravens, especially with Likely back, that when do you play Likely? When do you play Andrews? When do you play neither of them? You have no clue.
Right.
You have no clue. Likely's he's gonna blow up the week he comes back. He's gonna get 2 or 3 touchdowns, and he won't score one for 6 weeks. And then Andrews is gonna score a few in the middle, and then he'll take 4 weeks off. So it's impossible. There's no handicapping the tight end position. A lot of guys get paid a lot of money, spend way too much time doing this fantasy thing, and nobody can figure out tight ends. So
yeah. I think, Pops, when I'm looking at this team, you know, on paper, maybe a year ago even, this is a formidable squad with Jalen Hurts and the tush push at the goal line, threatening to get touchdowns. We've got Kenneth Walker, who's, presumably the number one back in Seattle, but, Charbonnet's creeping up there now. Nico Collins, huge year, Mark Andrews used to be catching touchdown passes. It's just all in the past, has Father Time kind of taken this team down?
Guys, I think we're burying the slingshots here, and he's only going to be 2-2.
Okay.
I mean, there's two people on this podcast who would be very happy being 2-2 right now. All right, so I don't think he's as bad as we're making out. Jalen Hurts, we know we've all talked about how selfish he is, but we all want to own him. J.K. Dobbins is, I think, one of the only two backs this year that has scored in every game so far. Kenneth Walker is who he is. I mean, he's solid. He can score you. He'll score a touchdown every 3 games, and he'll do this. He'll get 5 points. Kyron Williams, this is the first time I've owned him in the other league, and it's been disappointing to me. But if you look at the numbers, those are consistent numbers. The 1 TD's no good. He needs to be better than that. How old is he? He's like 24 years old. So it's not like he has a lot of wear and tear on him. I know he hasn't got over 20 carries at all. So, and Nico Collins, even though he's probably the best of the Michigan guys, he's a very good receiver. Mark Andrews has always been an enigma for me. He'll pop in for 2 touchdowns, then you don't hear from him for 6 weeks. But he's not as bad as we're making him out to be. I do like Keon Coleman a little bit, but Josh Allen's getting all that, and James Cook in Buffalo. So you're not going to get consistent scoring out of him. Pop on Cortland Sutton, Mike, and let me see what his.
He's turning it up. 3 touchdowns.
I'm not sure why he wasn't in the lineup. Actually,
yeah, me either, because he's averaging like 7 targets a game, and that's pretty good. In the last 2 games, he's got 200 yards.
Yeah,
and 2 touchdowns. I don't know how you don't have him in the lineup, to be honest with you. I think that was a mistake, but by the same token, I understand what Kurt was doing, playing the 3 backs. I mean, it's a gamble. So I don't think he's as bad as we're making him out to be. Like I think he's going to be just fine.
Okay. Yeah, I think, into the playoffs, conceivable for sure. I think, I don't know, maybe what I was trying to say is I don't know if I see the guy that's going to really give him the shot to, make a run, win the whole thing, I guess. But yeah.
Hurts can do damage. Hurts is a Josh Allen light.
That's fair. Yeah, fair point. On the other side of the coin, I think we're all in agreement that 4-0 is a great place to be. The Coyotes, founding member of the CFFL. Are we stoking the fire over there, Pops, as well? What do you think?
Oh, dude, I am so excited for Angelo. Go Angelo. That's my motto.
Go Angelo.
I am so happy that he's having this kind of success. And this is he scored 57 without anything from Derrick Henry.
Right.
And Derrick Henry, that's becoming a problem. I mean, are we seeing the beginning of the end for Henry? I hope not, because I do have him in the other league, but he had the great first game, and then he's done. He had the crucial fumble. The Browns shut him down in week 2, and he did 8 carries in this game. That's unacceptable for him. Javonte Williams has been a real find. St. Brown he's a home wrecker, man. I know for sure he's got 38 points in 2 games. 2 of the 4 he combined for 38, because 23 were against me, and then he scored again against Baltimore. So I mean, that's
6 touchdowns so far.
Yeah, that's a dude.
Touchdowns.
That's a dude.
What'd you say,
Barry Alvarez's grandson even got a touchdown in the tight end. See, all the star tight ends don't score. It's these other dudes that nobody would start that are scoring all the points.
Yeah. I tell you what, man, it is refreshing to see. We've mentioned it multiple times in the past about him being the only founding member who hasn't gotten this done yet. Yeah. But maybe this is the year. I don't know, Drew. Go ahead.
Yeah, he needs to throw Aaron Rodgers back into the deep end, and he needs to hit the waiver wire. Herbert, Dart, just roll with them. Rodgers, roster spot. No reason to keep him on there. But yeah, he's dodging bullets here. I mean, really kind of a boring big week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he puts up 57, and you think, yeah, it didn't go really his way. Herbert with 8, Henry with 2. Keenan Allen in the lineup with 1, and he still puts up 57. So that's we're all rooting for him. We'd like to see him hit those playoffs and see what happens. But a little bit of depth there would not hurt. Kamara seems like he might be kind of on his way out. Derrick Henry's, we'll see. So, yeah. And then a couple guys on the bench that just again, 2 kickers. You got to drop one. Don't. And I think that's what's hamstringed him in the past is he'll keep those giant quarterbacks hanging around or whatever. And he has 2 kickers on the roster.
Is Q even playing? Q's not even playing.
He needs to cut Q. Angelo, this is from Randy. Cut him. Pick somebody up. Pick anybody up for him. You're wasting a spot there for sure. And then I think Tyreek Hill might be cuttable too if things are going like we thought it were going to go. Hopefully not for his sake. I don't like to see anybody get hurt.
He dislocated his knee.
Yeah. No, he ain't playing the rest of this year.
Yeah. So that hurts because to me, we've all had him and watching him even tonight for the little bit I got to see him, he still can move. He's still a weapon. I mean, that team's not very good.
Yeah.
But
I have him in your league, started him. I was kind of excited about what he had been doing, and he 6 catches, 67 yards, started strong. He got hurt, I think, in the first or second quarter. So he's getting a lot of stuff done. Drew, I think I agree with you, though. A little depth wouldn't hurt. I mean, but, the same could be said for all of us out there. Little depth.
We're getting into bye weeks, This is where it can get a little hairy. And, winning a game in the middle of the season on the bye weeks, that can make the difference. So
100%. 100%. I mean, all said and done, he's moving to 4-0. Dude's got a great start of the season. A lot of road left to go. Let's see what shakes out. We'll be here talking about it on the Monday Night Quarterback. I can guarantee you that. Moving on, man. The game of the week, barn burner here. Just barely eking it out so far. Will Lutz with 3 points. Does he miss an extra point to send this into a tie?
He missed 2.
Yeah, or he can miss 2. That's possible.
Kara puts up 49. She takes our advice. She takes Nick Chubb out of the lineup. What did I say last week? She gets Nick out of the lineup. She's going to win. And I need Will Lutz to miss 2. I need her to win. Yeah. I got big.
Drew, you guys got your own little competition going over here. I don't know who's hiring the vocal coach. Is it going to be you or is it going to be Kara?
Hey, there's another 0-4 team out there too. So there's 3.
Yeah, who's the other one?
Let's go back.
Club.
Oh, yeah. Great point.
We got 2 Super Bowl champs that are 0-4. That's unbelievable.
That is unprecedented. And how many times you won it? I said 2 or 3 last 2 weeks ago.
Who, me?
You 3?
I think just 2. I think just 2. Yeah, Drew, you've won 3, right?
Won 3. Yeah.
Yeah. And those have been like a century ago, mine. So I'm just a donator now.
I got 1 under my belt. Toilet bowls. I think I got 3 or 4 of those, but 1.
You. That's your niche right there.
That's right. But Hall of Famer, nonetheless. Here we are.
Yeah. That's true.
Replacements 2 years ago, or he'd be working on his 3rd.
Mm-hmm. No, I know.
Jeez. Yeah.
This is insane, man. He's gonna get the boot. I'm telling you. Something's gonna.
Hey, once he has this baby, Drew, you know how things will change.
See, he has all this time right now, right? He's sitting there, right, probably plugging away on the old computer, looking up fantasy stuff. And I remember when I had time like that.
Hey, you'll get it again when you're 70.
Yeah. Just I'm looking forward to 2055.
Yeah, it'll be great. We'll go. Maybe
I hope you guys are doing well then.
We'll toast you. I'll be drinking again. We'll toast you.
Okay, let's hope. Yeah.
We'll toast you. Maybe we'll do a guys trip in 20 years.
Yeah. Okay. You guys, have fun. Yeah.
What do you think, Drew? Sound good?
I'm down.
All right, let's book it. Speaking of booking it, we're going 4-0 for the Golden Titans. It looks like, unless we're missing any extra points.
Yeah, right.
We're splitting hairs. We got to dissect this roster. Pops, I want you to start with this one. Golden Titans 4-0, looking like it. Is the depth there? How's the team looking? Any moves to make?
Well, he's got the stack also. These guys with their stacks, the Love Jacob stack, got him 34 points. Malik Neighbors going down is critical.
Yeah, that hurts.
That's his number one. But Roma Duzzi's been fantastic.
True.
He's picked it up, and there we have another superstar tight end that only could score 1 point. I think I've really ruined his career by having him last year myself.
I had him his rookie year. It was a phenomenal experience. I'm sorry to cut you off.
I had him last year.
And then Tyler Warren, his rookie year, so far so good. All right, continue. I apologize.
No worries. I mean that Justice Hill down there, that's fool's gold. That's not going to happen again.
3 carries.
But on the other side of the coin, David Montgomery's not going to get shut out again either.
Right.
Baker's a good backup quarterback. Yeah, it takes a lot of luck to be 4-0. We all know that, but I can see why.
Mm-hmm. Drew, has he got any moves to make? Maybe that second kicker, with the zero burger. Is that somebody to get rid of?
Yeah, obviously.
He's got 2 kickers that have scored him 3 points this week.
Yeah, it doesn't matter your score. You get rid of them. If you have one on your bench, you're wrong. Until you're going into the playoffs, right? Because I don't even when I have a good kicker, I don't even drop a player to pick up a kicker on my kicker's bye week. I just flat out drop the kicker. And if I get him back, great. If I don't care. I don't care. On the waiver wire, every single week, somebody's playing a bad team. Pick up the kicker, put him in the lineup. I mean, Brandon Aubrey is probably the best kicker in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have him, drop him. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. And having 2 on your team, that's you're just hurting the team. This Ladd McConkey stuff going on right now. I don't think we touched on that. That's really weird. I'm not understanding that. And Brian Robinson and Ladd McConkey. It used to be to draft receivers that were going into their second year because rookie wide receivers didn't have that massive production. You know what I mean? They'd have 6 touchdowns, 800 yards, and then you're like, oh, I can't wait for them next year. And then their sophomore year, they just blow the lid off the thing. It's like we're regressing, or we're flipping the narrative here on this one. Now you want the rookies. Their second year, don't frickin' touch them because holy crap, they suck. And what do we do going from here? I think we're kind of writing the book as we go. Do we draft Ladd McConkey next year? Brian Thomas Jr., or are they just done? They had 1 year and that was it.
I don't know, man. This is definitely interesting. Great work on the family show verbiage over there. First of all, you could tell you've been doing this thing for a while, and second of all, I don't know. Obviously, there's another number 1 receiver in LA, and it's not Ladd McConkey right now. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Brian Thomas Jr. I think that team is just not great right now. I don't know. I've never been a fan of quarterback in Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence. Never been a fan of that dude ever since, all he beat the Buckeyes by literally using his legs. That's all he did. He ran around. Bad calls.
He's never been phenomenal. And, it was him and Justin Fields were going back and forth. They were recruited together, played against each other in college in the biggest moments. And then they got drafted at the same time. And it was like, who's going to be better? Who's going to be worse? And it's like, maybe they're just both not that great in the NFL.
Yeah.
Football quarterbacks.
Yeah, that could be true. I mean, the thing is, he was drafted into a bad situation in Jacksonville. Let's be honest. So I'll give the kid that. And Fields has been drafted into bad. Anybody going to the Bears, Peyton Manning goes to the Bears. We don't even know who he is at this point in time. So, yeah, neither one of them got done any favors. So,
well, Ben Johnson sticks around there. That might change. I don't think Caleb Williams is as good a quarterback as we're seeing him play. And he's winning football games. So,
different staff.
Like Shanahan, McVay coaching tree things going on here, right? Where
Right.
they get the quarterbacks, they know what to do with them, even if they're not the best in the world. They can make them look better than they are.
Right.
Rick-
They
Rick
did get him
Jared
some
Goff.
weapons. You know, they
Yeah.
did draft some weapons there. When
Well-
Fields was there, their offensive line was trash. Now they got Roma Dunze there. They've got some dudes. DJ Moore still there?
Yeah, DJ's there. You just
Mhm.
don't
Yeah.
see him. 'Cause he's on
I
my-
haven't. I didn't know because I haven't seen him do anything.
Yeah, trust me, me either.
So yeah, I don't know. Golden Titans looking to go 4-0. Hey, heck of a start, just like we said with Angelo. Congrats to him. Renegades though, man, putting up 49 points, looking like the L. I don't know. What are we analyzing over there, Pops? We got good things, bad things happening.
I think Kara, keep drinking the lemon juice. Let's get better audio this next time, kiddo. Hey, we're all in on Quentin Johnson. I mean, he's having a good season. Zay Flowers is a very good player. I don't know. I do like Bucky Irvin, but man, I don't know. There's not. You look at the bench, Jalen Warren being out. I mean, he is what he is. He might pop a touchdown here and there. He's not going to be consistent. Mike Evans being injured doesn't help. No.
Yeah. Drew,
After looking at all these teams now, she's in trouble.
yeah. Drew, you got any other thoughts on that? I think I agree with Pops over there.
Yeah, no, kind of third that. Good, decent starters there with Quentin Johnson, Bucky Irving, Zay Flowers, if Lamar's healthy. But Mike Evans hurt, Jalen Warren hurt this week. Even if he's not hurt, who cares? T. Higgins lost his quarterback. So it's a little bit of bad situation and, just not having the depth. So the bye weeks will tear her up a little bit. But not as bad as I think we'd seen her team last year. I felt like last year there was no hope. So, and she won a few games, and she wasn't even the Whitney Houston League. So,
I know.
I think she can recover a little bit and maybe get out of the bottom. But yeah, as far as playoffs or anything, that's a very long shot.
As J.K. Dobbins just continues to run wild for the Denver Broncos and puts this game on ice, giving Will Lutz a chance to miss this next extra point. I thought we were seeing stair steps with Kara and the Renegades. I thought we were going to see her. She took a step last year. I think she won like 4 games or something like that, which was double what she had won the year before, which was 2. As far as like starts in the CFFL go, this has got to be up there for the most unfortunate, I'll call it, start of a career. It's just putting the sheets together. I think Drew, you might have put that one together actually, but it's just wasn't great typing out the win-loss record for the Renegades over the course of the career. So I wish her improved success as the years tick by, and hopefully for this year as well. So I don't know, it's just not a great start. Gents, we like to look ahead, take a look and see what's coming up. Week number 5. Drew, you want to give us the rundowns there?
Yeah. What do we got here? We're in week 5. Yeah, right. I'm 0-4, carry the 2. Week 5. All right. Big Daddy's Bandits playing the Regulators. Who you got, Mike?
Bandits, Regulators. I mean, Regulators are looking strong. But dude, I don't know. Let me look. Regulators, Etienne Robinson, Metcalf, Puka Nacua, Dallas Connor. All right, formidable. I think we're having an audio issue over on the Pop side of things as I'm working through this. Dude, I got Regulators because I think the team's put up. He scores well. He, like I said, wasn't he like the number 1 point scorer last year? Just didn't get it done. Toilet bowl was the deal.
Yeah, I think that's fair, and I'll jump Regulators as well.
All right, let me see if my my counterpart over there.
Yeah,
I think maybe he lost his battery in his headphones, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not sure. He's lost his audio.
Yeah.
We'll come back to him on this one. Let's go to the next.
We need like paddles.
Yeah.
Like right, left. Yeah, we need paddles.
Should I text him and be like, "Hey, who's your pick for Bandits and Regulators?" At least we can see his face and that beautiful hair.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Nothing. He's like me with Gianna the last couple of weeks. He's just, he was here and then now he's not.
It's my free family tradition. You got to sit up a little bit here. The replacements at the Tsunami. See, this is great. We can pick on him here, and we can take the replacements by $1 million, and he can't even defend his position here.
Is that what we're doing?
He's taking the headset off now. He's getting angry now.
He must have heard you.
He did.
I'm not sure what he's doing.
There you go.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear him. Maybe it was my headphones.
Yeah, I think you lost your battery.
Maybe.
Okay, we were just getting ready to. We were talking about how great your chances are for next week. I think Drew had replacements by $1 million. And I was getting to say, you know what? I said after you won week 1 that you're never going to lose another game, and I'm sorry that I said that because obviously that's not true. But I think you're going to win this game next week. I do. I'm going to stand by the pick.
Week 5, the replacements. I do owe him. I do know him. Owe him a whooping. So we'll see. But I can't predict it because
you have to. That's part of the show.
Yeah.
I think anybody would like to see you give it to him.
Somebody's got to take that boy out behind the woodshed eventually.
Are you going to do it? You're going to be the one?
Well, I gotta look and see who's on buys next week. We start the buys.
Oh, you're getting way into the weeds here, sir. This is intense. Bye week, you got nothing to worry about based on the starting lineup that you had penciled in. Replacements are in the no. They got Drake London on a bye, who finally decided he wanted to play football.
Yeah, any we looked at his team. Any buys are problematic for him because he doesn't have depth.
Yep. That give you confidence?
Right now, I have zero confidence in anything in fantasy football
other
than my pick'ems.
All right, fair enough. Drew, the matchup of the week, maybe?
No, this is the Jets and Dolphins. This is,
loser.
Oklahoma team up north. Nobody cares to watch this. Obviously, the Players Club is the team up north. Yeah. Who cares?
This is a loser leaves town match. Pops, you picked this one first.
Which one, the Bucknuts or the club?
Yes.
Oh, I have to look at. I don't feel good about doing that because I haven't looked at who's playing who professionally.
You got to go gut, man. You got to go gut.
I think Drew's in a bad spot right now. I just think he's with me. I think we're in a boat and the storm's on us and our boat's taking water. I think we got to get out to the sunshine. I'd have to go with the club.
I think Drew has, unlike the club, has put up points every time that he's lost the last couple of weeks. He's been this close, at least the last 2 weeks, to winning the game. He's going to get it done. His team is able to put up points. Jaden Daniels is coming back, I do believe. Bucknuts by about 1.5.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wham. Where you at?
Club by $1 million.
Okay.
Sharks and the Kings. Ooh, Kings at home. DeAndre Swift on bye. AJ
Michael
Brown. Oh, puke. Yeah.
AJ Brown probably going to catch 2 touchdowns next week. AJ Brown.
This is another one. Lamar with a hammy. So at a minimum, that hamstring's tight, sore, and if he's playing, not running probably too much, which we've seen that show before. It doesn't go as well as you'd think. Ooh.
Yeah. I will say if Lamar plays, I take Mike in this game. If not, it's a coin flip.
I got to call Ty.
Yeah.
A tie.
Yeah, we want them all to tie, Drew. There's only one game I feel confident in predicting next week.
Yeah. Lamarless Sharks with AJ Brown playing the Kirby Kings. Yeah, I'm going Ty.
I'm calling the Christian McCaffrey breakout week. 3 touchdowns. We haven't had that yet,
Yeah, we did 3 years ago.
My audio was
I
coming
think those
in.
days, I think the breakout days might be over for C-Mac.
What'd you say, Drew?
I said my audio was cutting out. Was that break a leg week or was that breakout week?
Time will tell. You know, I know you've been throwing dirt on him since the moment I drafted him. So let's see what shakes out here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what shakes out. I'm picking Land Sharks by about a half a point.
That was not factual. I know we don't fact check, but I've been throwing dirt on him since your dad drafted him last year.
Fair. Good point.
Slingshots, aka Bushwhackers, and the Titans.
Pops, you going to stand by your statement there?
The Titan.
You said slingshots are better than we gave him credit for.
Yeah, let me see that. I want to see what the Titans' record is. I think they're better than we think too.
They're 4-0. 4-0.
So we have 4 undefeated teams.
Now,
No,
Neighbors
there's
is
3.
on by.
there's 2. He's got this guy. There's 2 4-0 teams. There's Golden
look at
Titans
those
and Angela.
buys.
And then look at this bye week. We
Yeah.
got Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, Roma Dunze, buys. Malik
Yeah,
Neighbors
I'm
out.
gonna take Kurt.
Oh my goodness, dude, his whole team is on a bye.
Yeah, this is his bad week. This is the week he goes to the beach.
Wow.
Just says, "Okay, I'm coming back. I'm 4-1. Who cares? I'm
Yeah.
at the beach."
Slingshot.
He's done. Yeah.
Miami Dolphins are popping champagne next week. That's for sure.
Yep.
Dang, slingshots.
Kurt
by
will be
about
down there.
70.
Kurt will be at the club.
Yeah, definitely. Slingshots by 72. Drew?
So I'm gonna say the Slingshots puts up about 18, and the Titans puts up 15.
Oh,
That's right.
all right.
I don't know why I said that. It'd just be funny. That's usually what happens to me when I'm looking at somebody else's roster. I'm like, oh, that guy's on bye. That guy's dead. Oh, that guy's on bye. That guy, oh, he's playing third string guys. And then I put up 18. And I either win by 1 or lose by 1. I think I've done that to Tsunami a few times where I put up teens and he puts up low teens.
You're trying to make it worse, Drew. You know I'm having a bad time here, and you're trying to make it worse.
I know. I can't wait to play you. I'm like, I want to go.
You know
down.
what? It might be my only win.
When do I get my win? When do I play the Tsunami? When do I get my win this season? And I love how this schedule gets fixed. That there's collusion here because I'm never in your division ever.
We have been. I think I've won that division when you've been in it.
It's been a decade. It's been
Yeah,
a decade.
it may have been.
I need 2 wins on my schedule to start the season, irregardless of how my draft goes. I could draft Justin Tucker in the second round. I need to know I have 2 wins on that schedule, but we're never in the same division.
You know what? I'm calling my shot. I'm winning the next 2 weeks. Looking at the head of the schedule, I will beat the replacements and I will beat the Land Sharks, and then I will go down to the Renegades in week 7. So that's how it's going to play out. So there.
All right. Good luck to you. Good luck to you,
Okay,
sir.
I'm right back at you, kid.
I'll see you on the field in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're taking it 1 week at a time. You're trying to get me to look ahead.
No, I'm playing 3 weeks today.
Yeah, we're not doing that here.
Chips are in.
I'm on to Kings. Okay, I don't even know about you. I don't even know who you are right now.
Who did you take, Mike? You got the Titans?
I got the Slingshots by like 72 points.
Bushwhackers? Yeah.
Yeah, former Bushwhackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with that name.
Yeah,
I know. I don't like it. That's why I keep annotating the Bushwhackers there.
I might have to go back and take the Titans over that just because of the name change.
Yeah, agreed. It's kind of like cheating.
Yeah, I mean, when you don't know your own identity, I can't help you.
I think we can just sign off. I don't think we need to pick this one, right?
If the Coyotes are going to be 5-0, let's just say it like it is.
Will he lose a game for the rest of the year?
Let's see. It's son-in-law versus Pops the week after that. And then he's got the Kings. Then he's got the Land Sharks. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
The schedule will toughen up. Has he just played a bad schedule?
Let's look. Coyotes against Slingshots. Slingshots not recorded yet, but he's going to get the win there. Coyotes week 3. against the club. Players Club put up 29 points. Week 2, Coyotes did score 62 against you. Pop.
Yeah, he's
put
played
up-
a weak schedule. Let's be honest. He's beaten an 0-4 team and a 1-3 team.
Yeah, and the Bandits, mediocrity.
He's had a weak schedule. Sorry, Angelo.
Paper Tiger.
Yeah. We were building him up only to tear him down at the end, but he will
He's
win in week 5.
Indianapolis Colts.
He goes from the week schedule to the bye week.
Yeah, he goes 5-0 though. So give him that. He's never been 5-0 in his existence.
Yeah, we'll have to fact check that, and we'll get back to you next week.
We don't fact check on the show. You told me numerous times. So this is the
True.
first time he will have been 5-0.
Love that.
Hey,
Love
kids,
it.
when do we have time for fact checking?
No, I don't even have time to be on this podcast.
Hey, we want to thank Gianna for sleeping tonight.
I tell you what, I got no text from the wife right now. The monitor's not screaming. Hey man.
Yeah. And I never did tell you my sponsor.
Yeah.
Basil Hayden.
Okay.
What? I don't know anything about that. What is that?
Bourbon.
Okay. Never heard of it.
From 1796, Grandpa Basil Hayden. When George Washington was president, he was brewing this stuff.
All right.
Love it.
Selfless president, said, hey, I don't want to be
one of the top 3 of all time.
I don't want to be a dictator, give me just 2 terms or whatever he said.
I don't want to be your king.
I'm gonna go live on the top of the mountain over there for a while, which is respectable. I like that.
Yeah.
Been having a craving for a little red wine lately, gents. So I don't know. I just want to keep you updated.
Okay.
Might be coming back over to the side. I'll let you know. It's been since April 30th, so I don't know how many days that is.
I did feel bad going down to the Bourbon Trail and feeling like, okay, you were off limits there, so you missed out on that.
Yeah, you didn't buy something and just hold it back for me?
No, I did not.
It's kind of rude, but all right. Cool.
It is what it is.
Good deal.
If I lived a little closer, I'd get back on the train a little sooner, but 3 hours is a long way to drive just to shove the alcohol down your throat.
Hey, it's all good.
Maybe we can come up with something. We can manufacture some kind of event. I know you got a grand opening coming at some point. You got there's things happening.
Yeah, we'll get the beer bong ready.
Yeah, maybe for your next gender reveal.
That's right. Yeah. You guys are twins. We'll go ahead and we'll bong some beers.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll tell Monica. She'll love it. Pops, thanks so much for gracing us. I know you got other spots you could have been tonight, but you weren't there. You were here with us, and we appreciate that very much.
Well, it was my pleasure, boys. Always a pleasure to be with you too. See you next time.
Oh yeah, loving it. Drew, you got any parting words for the guests?
Yeah, don't be like me. Don't suck.
Hey, Drew, I'm already there, brother.
Words to live by. Words to live by. Monday Night Quarterback. It's been a unique season for sure, but it has been the start of what we hope to be a wonderful season. Minute and 17 seconds left to go in the second game of Monday Night Football, but we're just getting started here on the Monday Night Quarterback. We'll see you all in week number 5. I wonder who's going to join us. I don't even know yet, but we'll find that out. Have a great week. Good luck, everybody.